And we are live. Welcome to DM Prep, DiA episode 25, Idyllglen. So when last we left off, the players made their way through the scab into the Bleeding Citadel, and then finally were transported into Idyllglen. So the first thing that I'm going to do before before we really get into anything, before we get into anything at the start of the next session, I'm going to just sort of reiterate how they got to Idyllglen. So pillars along the door, celestial runes embedded in stone as a glowing longsword. I forgot to mention this during the session, but I did mention it to him after the session. So I will reiterate that at the beginning of next session. Are we going to kill Folg outright with the sword? I'm not going to do anything. It's up to the players to choose what they want to do with the sword. Personally, I think it's actually going to be Nixie who takes the sword, but we'll see. Honestly, I don't know. I think it's going to be some interesting roleplay for them to decide who gets it. But I'm going to reread all of this real loud text, just remind them exactly what in the fuck is going on. And then from there, we're just going to get into it. Idyllglen's just this huge gauntlet of combat. So I kind of just need to read what the gauntlet is. So the first thing that I'm noticing is that this token is going to be really annoying because, that's where the players need to be. The second thing I'm noticing is that I don't have players here. So let's drop some player tokens in here. Journal, characters, Nixie. Whoops, we are on the wrong layer. Token layer, objects and tokens. Nixie, nope, not Ulrich. Abaddon, and Folk. So let's zoom in over here, and then just make sure that these tokens have the right permissions. And then just so this represents Abaddon, show nameplate. Nah, fuck nameplates, I know who he is. This represents Nixie, and this represents Folg. Nope, not Gargoyle, represents Folg. Alright. Okay, so they should be able to control their tokens, no big deal. Folg does not have his Cadies. Is Nixie worthy? Anyone who gets through the events of Idyllglen is considered worthy. So, yes, Nixie would be worthy. I'm just going to kind of read a little bit and sort of narrate a bit. So I do know that when they first get here, they're fighting a bunch of gnolls. So they pull them into... Surprised I don't have a page with just the tokens, Rs, etc. There is one of those there is one in the module, but I deleted that page because it wasn't useful. Because if I need a token, I can literally just say, oh, well, I need a Narzagon token. Bam, Narzagon token. It's much easier to just stay on the same fucking page because switching pages takes so long. But the book... the module did have all of these tokens set up for me, which is really nice. So I just need to remember to swap tokens into the token layer as needed. So let's, without further ado, let's figure this shit out. So any character who succeeds in a history religion check recalls the following information about Idyllglen. So that's something that, alright, so number one, first things first, reiterate events of in Bleeding Citadel along with warning on swords dais. Let's add some word wrap. Once done, PCs are in Idyllglen. Call for history religion checks for Idyllglen. Alright. Ages ago, it was threatened by Null tribes as the Nulls raided the town. Solndor Brightstar, cleric of Lathander, led the people in prayer to his god for aid. Lathander was moved by the people's bravery. Wouldn't knowledge geography also work? That would totally work if that was a skill in 5th edition. But this isn't 3rd edition. We don't have that. Lathander was moved by the people's bravery and sent the angel Azuriel to defeat the Nulls. After driving off the Nulls, the people erected a statue. Generations later, the Nulls returned, this time with demons in their rank. Cartography tools. Use cartography tools to make maps. Cartographers' tools. Zariel and the Hellriders came to the Idyllglens. The Idyllglen. That's not right. Came to Idyllglen's aid, but not before the town was mostly destroyed. They weren't called Hellriders at that time, though. They couldn't have been because they didn't get that name until they rode into hell. Town of Idyllglen has the following features. Borders. So everything past the edge of the map are smoky haze. Anything 120 feet or higher is also smoky haze. And you take a lot of damage if you enter that haze. Unlabeled buildings are homes and businesses. They've set ablaze. Building supplies are taken by fleeing townsfolk or ransacked. 1 or 2 stories tall, 10 feet high per story. Interiors of 9 foot high ceilings, 8 foot high doorways. Climb the walls without equipment. DC 15 athletics. Easy. If you're in a burning building, you take fire damage. Cool. Each tree is on fire. That's cool. I think like 1, 2 trees. 3. I think that's a burning tree. 1d6 plus 10 feet tall and on fire. Nobility check required to climb a tree. But if you're in a burning tree, you take fire damage. Townsfolk are figments. That's neat. If the characters try to get information out of these townsfolk, most anyone can offer a few quick words about demons and gnolls coming out of nowhere to ransack the town. Cool. Opportunities to save their people. Townsfolk saved show gratitude before running towards the hazy borders. All right. So, I mean, it would be the Knights of Eltergard. So the nation of Eltergard, whose capital is Elturel. But yeah, it would be Azuriel, since I'm still keeping up that charade, which I'm upset about. But I can't just like delete it now. So yeah, Azuriel and the Knights of Eltergard. Idyll Road. So it's this big old road. Strewn with broken carts, debris, and corpses. 30-foot tall white marble statue stands atop a 2-foot dais. Armored blindfolded angel. Azuriel, guardian of Idyllglen, offer prayers to Lathander and his light will shield thee. So this is absolutely insane. So anytime a fiend starts its turn within 15 feet of the statue, it causes it to flare in a 30-foot radius. So I guess I kind of want 2 different radii on the statue then. So I put an invisible token right in the middle of it, which is super awesome. 42.5 because I had to account for the size of the actual statue, because it is a huge statue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's actually just supposed to be 40 feet. And then I need a 25-foot aura. We're gonna make that the same color. What the okay. We're gonna make it the same color, and then maybe they'll stack. That is not FFE599. Alright, there we go. Maybe they'll stack and become less. That is a mess. That's really bad. So we're just gonna make this one yellow. So if they enter the yellow aura, everything in the dimmer aura takes damage. Or if they start their turn in the yellow aura. Which is ridiculous, because let's say there's 10 fiends in that area. At the start of each of their turns, all of them take damage, which is just absolutely insane. But what are you gonna do? Why can't I switch this? I want to switch this to... I can't seem to interact with chat. I'm just gonna refresh the chat window. A fiend in the right mind would get near that thing anyhow. I mean, if you don't really know what you're doing, then I mean, I think it's vaguely reasonable. Like, it's not like it's like glowing or anything. It's just if you get close to it, it's a bug zapper. Any character who offers a prayer to Lathander gets protection from evil and good for an hour. Protected against stuff, disadvantage on attacks, can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. Cool. Temple. 2-story white stone temple. I don't know if I'd call it white stone, but okay. 2-story white stone temple, carved with images of the sun, largest building in town, iron shutters, doors made of oak. Just a bright star, neutral female human priest of Lathander leads a congregation of 50 townsfolk in prayer on the first floor. Yep, that's 50 townsfolk. Yeah, lots of figments. What does Jessa look like? What is this token? Oh, okay. That's that guy. I think she's the human from the player's handbook. Illumination, bird, torches and sconces, double oak door. So this is something that bothered me last time. It was DC 22 athletics to break it down. But then for the Hezro or something, it was only like DC 20 to break it down. Convince the congregation, okay, DC 15 persuasion to open the door, but why would we want to? Windows are covered and locked, iron shutters, locked from the inside, AC hit points, blah, 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 okay. So let's see. Temple, door. Let's see. So I want an AC and hit points for the door because it should have one because it's an object. So game rule sources, Dungeon Master's Guide. Crap. I don't know where. Hit points object. No. Need the DMG. There we go. No, not that one. Crap. Hardness. Potions of succor, since the party have no way to survive that. I don't know if you're referring to potions of succor. I blanked. Decided to call your idea that. I don't remember. Honestly. Something about exhaustion? But I don't remember why there would be exhaustion. Possessed dudes? I don't know. We'll get there. So, door, DC 22 to break down. Some possessed cured people would attack and will punish them severely if they killed them. Wow, I totally don't remember that. Oh yeah, there's possessed guys. Yeah, I remember that. No, I'm essentially just gonna let the players fail. It's not my job to give them the tools to deal with every situation. So they'll probably just try to subdue the guys instead of killing them once killing one of them goes badly for them. Windows are AC 19, HP 25, DT 10. I don't think it's that bad. I want to say it's like 4d8 psychic or something, but we'll get there. So DC 15 to unlock. Alright, temple, doors, window. Jessa, pious, soft-spoken, praying. Alright, She hears the prayer. It's just a matter of time until she gets there. Cool. Alright. Characters' arrival. When they arrive at Idyllglen, the following encounters occur simultaneously. So there's 6 gnolls around them, 6 dretches attacking Ella, giant hyena attacking a mastiff, and then a Hezro attacking the door. So the gnolls are fighting, cackling maniacally. Gnolls act on the same initiative count. Dretches act together. Ella doesn't participate. She's just cowering. Phase 1. Cart. AC 15, HP 27. I think that's really the only thing I need to know. Mastiff. So Theranull's is probably orchestrated by Demogorgon. No, in fact, it's orchestrated by Yeenagu, who's over here. Yeenagu is the demon lord of gnolls. And he'll show up later. So the giant hyena and the mastiff. Giant hyena, if I recall correctly, absolutely shit stomps mastiff. So giant hyena's got 45 hit points plus 5 to hit. Average of 10 damage on a hit. He's got 5 hit points. Yeah, so literally as soon as the giant hyena lands a hit, the mastiff's going to die. So I'm not even going to bother rolling for the mastiff. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother rolling attacks for the mastiff, just to make things move faster. Just going to say, yeah, like they're fighting each other, whatever. I'm not going to roll initiative for the mastiff. It's just if the hyena gets an attack, the mastiff dies. That's it. Hezro is trying to get inside. So the Hezro, it says it has to make a DC 20 athletics check. And I think the reason for that is that the Hezro only has +4 strength and no athletics. So it would need an 18 to get a 22. But that's kind of why I want to give the door hit points. Objects. Here we go. There we go. Objects. So Wooderbone, AC 15. So we're going to say AC 15 HP. And it's a large object. It's resilient. 27. That seems really low. That seems insanely low. We're huge and gargantuan objects. 3 hit points. Make it lose 1 hit point. No, so I'm just going to give it 50 hit points. And we'll see. How hard does a Hezro hit? He hits really hard. He can't bite a door, though. No, I'm going to stay away from the AC and the hit points. I'm just going to do DC 20. I'm just going to change this to DC 20 to break down. Hezro +4 strength to break down door. So that's nice and easy. Gnolls attack, dretches attack, and I'm just going to need their stat block. Because... yeah. I think I need an overturned cart, like, token. Because, like, otherwise, like, why is she... I really wish this didn't have roll 20 all over it. We'll grab this guy. Hezro will probably be pounding for a while. Yeah, like... well, I think the intent is that he's like, the players should have a little bit of time to get there, but then like they kind of need to hurry, otherwise like it will bust down the door and start killing people. Fortunately, Nixie's got Eldritch Blast with massive range, and also let's turn the threshold up to new layer, delete layer. Image, crop the content, and then we're going to set the opacity to 70% so that we can see Ella. If they attack the thing from range, would it even care? I don't know. I don't know what it's what it says. Cart.ping. Discard. Let's upload that. Fortunately, it's only 500 kilobytes. So I'm not going to wreck my internet for 3 hours. It was actually 12 minutes. Let's see. Would it care if they attack from range? But yeah, I'm not going to do it. Hit points. Ezreal, if the characters attack it, it turns its attention towards the character. So yeah, as soon as they engage it, it's going to turn its attention to them. Make sure I'm on the token layer, grab the cart. And I deliberately made the cart semi-transparent so that you can see her through it. Essentially, she's just hiding under it. So, yay me. So let's rejoin as player, see what this looks like as a player. But yeah, there's a cart there. Yeah, shut up. Where am I? There we go. Yeah, so that looks pretty okay. She's just hiding under the cart, and Shazam. Cool beans. But yeah, as soon as they engage the Hezro, it'll attack them. If I recall correctly, they're about 380 feet away from it. Yep. But with Nixie's 55 feet speed and 120 foot Eldritch Blast, they can get there for like in like 3 rounds. Dretches will be working on that thing for a while. Yeah, I mean, I think the cart will buy them a few rounds. Dretches only have +2 to hit, if I recall correctly. Doesn't want to load very quickly. +2 to hit, d6 damage. So on average, it's going to take 9 hits to kill it. And then there are 6 of them. If you click on a player's token, hit Control L, you'll see what it looks like to them. Really now? Really? No, it just highlights my, because that's a Chrome command. I think you've told me that one before, and it didn't work last time, and I appreciate the attempt every time, but it does not work. Because Roll20 is stupid. Yeah, so average of 9 hits, but they need a 13 on the die to hit, so it's a 40% chance. Works in Firefox. Well, Firefox is crap. Binary distribution calculator. So they have probability of success is 0.4, number of trials, let's just say 30, number of successes, I need 9, calculate. Yeah, Roll20 is a fucking table. So the odds of them breaking the cart in the first 5 rounds is 90.5%. So I would probably let's see. What are the odds of them breaking the cart in 2 rounds? 1.5%. So 3 rounds, 26%. 24 rounds, 67%, or 4 rounds. So 4 rounds is approximately the expected lifespan of the cart with their +2 to hit. So I think that's plenty of time for them to mop up the gnolls. Yeah, the gnolls aren't going to live that long. They only have 22 hit points. That said, the players are surrounded, so AoEs aren't going to work nearly as well. That said, if Fulg just throws out a careful Storm Sphere, he can do a good deal of damage to the gnolls pretty quickly. So that's phase 1. Easy. So when only one of the enemies remains, so if the Hezro or the Giant Hyena or the Dretches or the gnolls remain, that's when phase 2 starts. Yeah, Abaddon can kill off 3 of them turn 1. Actually, he can kill 4 of them turn 1 because Abaddon just got extra attack again. So now he has 3 attacks, and then if he kills anything, he gets a bonus action attack. But yeah, I don't see the gnolls living more than 1 round. If they get a turn, I'll be surprised. Well, no, I think they might get a turn. So event 2. This event overlaps with the end of the previous event. When it begins, read the following. Chorus of screams rises up as people, sheep, and pigs scamper through the town, chased by a demon with the lower body of a great serpent and the upper body of a 6-armed gnoll, clutching a wicked sword in each of the clawed hands. So it is a Marilith. And where in the fuck do I have a Marilith? Presumably it's somewhere. So it says, Norlith, yeah. It's a Nullrolith. But where is that token? That's a Vrock. Where did you put the Marilith token? Seriously, that's a Baragura. See, this is the main thing that you need to be aware of. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. It would probably help if I increase the opacity of the GM overlay, but I don't want to increase it too much, or yeah, it's most of the statue thing. I don't want to increase it too much. So I think the players are likely to be right around here when it slithers in. So I think what I want to do is start each phase at the beginning of a round. That way, when I roll initiative for new things, it's not like, oh, it rolled a 12, which is right after the guy going right now, so it goes first functionally. I always like to add new things to initiative. I like to add things to the initiative at the top of a round. And if I can avoid putting them into initiative in the middle of a round, I do. So I'm making notes of where these tokens are. So Marilith is super easy to run. Runs less than equal to 50 HP. Cool. Madness Reign. So this is the one that I was talking about with the one you were talking about with the mental feedback. 5 guards wielding spears advance from the north. That's these guys. They actually have names. Caladra, Esselin, Jai, Tal, and Yerklos. Rather important question. I said last time to full cure every ailment. I reread it. It does not cure curses. So Fulg still has his tentacle arms, but it does say that it cures flaws caused by the blood in the Bleeding Citadel. So Abaddon lost his cruelty. Fulg did not lose his tentacle arms. I was just trying to be like, I was trying to sell the curative effects. I was trying to make the players feel healed, and I guess I went a little bit overboard with the descriptions. DC 15 versus exhaustion. Okay, yeah, that hurts. Youch. Yeah, so I think the players are going to... So if they AoE them, yeah, they suck at wisdom. I think the highest is a +1. If they AoE the guards, I don't think it's fair to just be like, hey, here, have 5 whiz saves versus exhaustion. But on the other hand, I'm going to do that. 5 levels of exhaustion will never kill you. So I'm just going to do it. Especially since they have an hour afterwards to try and figure shit out. Yeah, I mean, exhaustion's not, like, you're not dead. It's just going to be half speed, disadvantage, and everything, and half max HP if they fail all 5. Actually, I think it's 0 speed with a 5th level exhaustion. Yeah, it's 0 speed. 4 levels of exhaustion. Yeah, 4 levels of exhaustion against a Demon Lord could be bad, but they are going to have phase 3. Run as written. No changes. Whiz save per killed guard. So if they AoE them, they're going to get a lot of whiz saves, like, all at once. If they kill one of them and they get a whiz save, they'll probably want to try and subdue them rather than killing them. Alright, so event 4, unsettling calm. So this is their hour of rest. Phase 4, just enough time for a short rest. Players can forego a rest to shore up defenses somehow. Alright. Would Azuriel even help them for blowing up 5 of her flock? These aren't really like Azuriel. Like, yeah, Azuriel would help. She's here to kill demons. Her whole characterization is she doesn't actually give a shit about the people she's protecting. She's just really, really, really into killing demons. Which is why Asmodeus was able to get her to be an archdevil. Because it lets her kill demons all the time. And I said this wouldn't take more than half an hour, but I'm at half an hour. So. Hear cackling laughter off in the distance. Laughter gets closer and louder. More of Inigo's troops. Alright. Begins as the previous one ends. So phase 5. Barlgura and Dretches north of road on west end. If they notice them, they attack. If they don't, they attack the temple. Okay, that makes sense. Start of the second round of combat at the start of the second round. So round 1, round 2, gnolls from the south middle. I think that's where they were. Yep. I mean south of statue. Round 3, rock. From south of statue. I actually think it's possible that the players totally keep up with this. Like they kill the Barlgura in the first round of combat, they kill the Gnoll in the second round of combat, they kill the rock in the third round of combat. I think it's totally possible. When only 3 enemies remain after 6 rounds of combat, proceed with event 6. So if the players like destroy all 5 Dretches and all 6 Gnolls, but then leave the Barlgura and the Gnoll Pack Lord and the Vrock, they could end up in event 6 with... Is that going to be Dwayne? No, because this is 150 years ago. So even if it was Dwayne, he wouldn't recognize Nixie, because not only is this in the past, it's Lulu's memory of the past. So Lulu wouldn't have any memory of this Vrock having any recollection of Nixie. I'm actually going to try and have Dwayne still be in the Bleeding Citadel as they're leaving. So phase 5, this is nice and easy. Phase 6, so Inigo. Wild hideous laugh pierces the air and cuts through the din of battle. A giant gnoll covered in matted bloodstained fur and swinging a 3-headed flail charges out of the haze from the west. So he Inigo responds. That's cool. 3 rounds set control. Could have the rocks be gnawing on the dead demon lord outside the gates? Could do that. Yeah, actually, I might do that. But I don't think we're going to get that far this session anyway. I'm planning for them to get to the end of Idyllglen. There's probably about 15 rounds of combat here, and they're not tiny rounds of combat. So 3 rounds. Wow. Or when you use reduced to 100 hit points or fewer. Wowza. Yeesh. So phase 7 is that's a fucking victory lap. So we got Knights, Azuriel, Lulu at statue, Knights north and south, east of statue. Yale rides up to PCs and flanks them. She winks. PCs also recognize Elanthius and Harma. I love how it's like, and other original Hell Riders they have come across during their travels in Avernus. Elanthius, Harman, and Jander. Ooh. She can cast up 3 times. She prepares to lead her forces through the portal into Avernus. What portal? What portal? Portal open. Bilbis is not an original Hell Rider, no. Bilbis is a modern Hell Rider. Were you in my place? Would you risk it all to save others? Okay, so there's going to be a lot of and you. Alright. Azuriel opens a portal. All riders and commoners stop moving. Azuriel asks PCs. Am I planning on having the Vanthapors make another appearance? Not really. For a while I was planning on having Thalamra make an appearance, but I think I would have to be really ham-fisted in order for the players to actually recognize that it's Thalamra. My plan story is kind of falling apart. I had plans about Baldur's Gate being next, but that's like still happening. Like they're about to save Elturel, and Baldur's Gate still hasn't fallen. So like maybe that happens after we finish the module. Maybe like after we finish the book we continue into homebrew. I don't know yet. Depends on how I'm feeling about the story. Depends on how the players are feeling about the story. We'll see. Vision ends. So I'm guessing, so phase 1, I'm guessing, is about 4 rounds of combat. 1, 2, 3, 4 to deal with the 4 different threats in different places. The Marilith is probably going to be literally 1 round of combat because Abaddon does a ridiculous amount of damage. Phase 3, probably probably 1 round. So let's call this 4, let's call this 2, so it's 5, 6, 7. Short rest, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, well, let's say 11, let's say 4 rounds for phase 5, and then 3 rounds for phase 6. Yeenoghu should scare them. They might be dumb enough not to be afraid of them. Oh my lord, I'm gonna have to review the stat block. Yowza. Okay. Vanthapors would be Lemures. I mean, Thalamra literally sold Baldur's Gate to Zariel, like, successfully. It's just a matter of collecting on it at this point. So Thalamra should be getting essentially the same treatment as Thavius Krieg, so she should probably be an Amnitsu. But in fact, if for whatever reason they decide to go to Zariel's flying fortress, then we would do the thing. So all right, so I said I was only going to prep for Idyllglen, but I am gonna prep one more thing. I'm going to Pogs, props, sword. Selling a city is an automatic Amnitsu. Yeah, if you give 200 plus souls to Zariel, she'll happily make you a greater devil. I don't think that's really overselling it. That's the free one. So let's I don't know what this ghost is. Is that Yale? That's Yale. Cool. I hate top-down tokens. I'm not using that. So let's upload this. So I was originally planning that. Oops. I was originally planning for my players to fight Bilbus on the way into the scab, but they went in a weird way, so that didn't happen. Oh crap! This is. Why do you make your images so big, Pogs? Fucking 12 megs. Export as. Sorry, sword JPEG. Replace. And let's reduce the quality to 75, which is still plenty high. Okay. And hopefully this doesn't fuck up my streaming, but even if it does, it's only 7 megs and I have 600 kbps up. So if it does, it'll only be for 12 seconds in theory. Oh no, 12 times 8, so a minute and a half-ish. Crap. Oh, that's red. Yeah, so this is going to take a little bit to upload, but in the meantime, how big is it? Image, 7680 by 4320. Okay. That's a weird number. But yeah, essentially I just want to set up a combat with Bilbus. Yeah. Is it width? Yeah, okay. That's fractional. Yeah, it's a fractional. Jesus, repeating fractional, whatever. So once that finish, sound just increased tenfold in volume. My fans are fine. I don't know what are you talking about? But yeah, hopefully this uploads in a reasonable amount of time. Oh, volume didn't change. That's weird. I don't know why Lunar Raya's volume would have increased. You could barely hear me before, but now I'm suddenly way louder. Did you pop your ears? But yeah, so they were supposed to fight Bilbus on the way in, but instead I'm going to have them fight him as soon as they get out of Idyllglen, which might actually make it pretty gnarly. So what I'm actually gonna do is chamber of sword chamber. You did sneeze while I was buffering? Yeah, that'd probably do it. So I'm actually going to start them on this screen. So we're gonna paste some tokens. We don't need that one. He does have the KDs here. I don't know why Lulu has a dead marker on her. And then we're going to move these to the GM layer. Did I get? All right. So the reason for that is I want Bilbus and the bad guys hidden. So where'd my upload go? Did it? Would Bilbus be able to even enter that chamber, seeing as he isn't pure, being undead and whatnot? The only requirement is you need to be good to open the door. I think my upload got canceled because I changed pages and I hate it. Also, how fucking big is this picture? Like, how big are these squares supposed to be? Like, grid. So view, show grid. And then edit preferences, grid. We can do 70 by 70. Okay. No, that didn't do it. How do I change the grid? Image configure grid. There we go. Configure grid. There we go. All right. 70 by 70. Yeah, that looks about right. I thought it was going to be ridiculous, but no, that looks about right. Script changes. Did I not upload it? God damn it. Could I set the grid to align with the stone on the floor? Yeah, I can do that. That's a thing I can do. Oh, jeez. Okay, it did upload. Stupid piece of crap. Alright. So, delete selected, yes. Alright. So let's go to the map layer. Drag this bitch in. Advanced, set dimensions. Properties, image. And it is 7680 by 4320. Set. And then just align it with the top. Can I get it all the way over? There we go. Alright. And then zoom in. And it's Yeah, no, I'm not aligning that. I think it's fine as is. Is it just me or did the color get absolutely annihilated? Why is it so bad? Okay, so we're gonna have to start over on this guy. Delete, yes. Delete. Delete. Download again. Open with GIMP. Yeah, it doesn't look great. So first of all, let's just save it as a ping and see what the file size is. I like ping better. It's probably going to be bigger. It's taking a long ass time to... Yeah, we're just going to cancel that. That's going to take forever. So, Jipuga, and we'll do 85. Use quality settings. Nah. We'll do 85 instead of 75. It got pretty annihilated by reducing the file size, so we're just gonna, yeah, whatever. 8.7 megs, and does it look nearly as bad? Hopefully not. It still looks pretty bad. Like, why is that so chunky? Well, I'm just gonna have to, like, it's not getting any better than that. Actually, is the original look like that? Yeah, the original just looks like that. Why did he do that? That's a weird way to do shadow. Oh, I just wasted a lot of time. That sucks. You use the map overlay to darken it. Can I? Like, I could use the GM overlay to darken it for me. Wouldn't darken it for anyone else. Idyllglen Southeast exists twice. Don't need that. Yeah. Oh my god. Please stop being broken. Alright, so. And the map overlay, just lower brightness, the map should turn darker. Oh my god, why? Whatever. Are you fucking kidding me? Bum 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 bum. I'm actually wondering, like, what if I just reduce the size of this? Because I do think that sword is actually pretty hilariously oversized. So I'm just gonna do like image, scale image, and then like 67% scale. And then overwrite, export. And then I get a much smaller image. 7.7 meg still. So, fuck it. We'll just go with this guy. So it would be at least for a huge entity at that size. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. Stop. Alright. God damn it. I'm just gonna have to have this. So much time wasted by waffling. Trying to get this done so I can go eat dinner. Image, scale image, percent 50. We're just gonna have it. Alright. Overwrite 1. Export. Yeah, I mean, it is actually a sword for a large creature, but the last person to carry it was Yael, so 3840 by 2160. Wow, that's literally a 4K monitor. That's cute. Okay, cool. Since I dragged it like that, I actually got load bar number 1, and number 2, it prevents me from doing anything else. But yeah, 4.2 megs instead of 11.9, much better. So once this uploads, I just need to resize the map, rearrange some tokens, and then I think we're done. And then I just need to review Yinagu stat block at some point, but I'm not going to do that on stream because I don't think that's particularly interesting. Let's go. Upload. I know that, like, the upload is fighting with the stream to, like, get shit done, but... Come on. Wow. Alright, so I'm just going to say, suffice to say that I'm going to arrange the players around here. I'll maybe upload the Yale token, put her over here, and then Bilbis will essentially just be like walking in. And that's how I'm going to set that up, and that's how they're going to come out of Idyllglen. Not even pause the stream, I'm just going to end the stream because this is literally the last thing I have to do. So I'm going to call it here. Thanks for being here. Short stream, Idyllglen's. Oh, no, okay, it's fucking done. Alright, cool. Alright, advanced set dimensions. How big are you? 3840 by 2160. We have to change this. Let's make sure everyone's in the top left quadrant. Map. Put you up here. Tokens. Put you up here. GM. Put you up here. Alright. So now I just gotta change the size of this. So it's 3840 by 2160, which is not a multiple of 70, but screw it. Token layer. Nixie, Fulgin Case, Abaddon, Lulu. GM layer, select, Bilbis on Canoloth, Revenant, and then screw it. Let's, did I keep that or did I delete it? I kept it. Bam. Come on. Oh my, what the 3 megs? Why did you make a 3 meg friggin' token? Alright, screw it. I'm not doing that. I'm not putting Yale in here. We're done. We're done. We're done. Alright, so these guys are on the GM layer, so when the players get here, they're going to see... What the fuck? Okay. So when the players get here, they're not going to see Bilbis. We're just going to have them here to start, like, ooh, look, it's the sword, ooh. And then, yeah, so then they'll go into Idyllglen. Once they're done with Idyllglen, they'll come back here and then they'll fight Bilbis. And that's probably going to be the whole session. Like, they might have some argument about who gets the sword. So, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Wow, my bitrate tanked when I was uploading stuff. But thank you for being here, and I'll probably stream more Breath of the Wild tomorrow. Bye.